I want to go to LA Information Officer, Los Angeles County Fire Department's PIO, Public Information Officer, Captain Sheila Kelliher. Cap, you with us? Thank you for taking the time.
Yes.
I know how busy you are. We got word about this new fire. I was telling the audience this one is of particular sensitivity because it really is a wildfire that could easily burst into really populated areas. You do have the ability to have air assets around it right now. I don't know for how long. So how do you assess it at this time?
Okay, so this is in LA City's area, and like you, Chris, I'm just seeing this because I just got off the Palisades fire and just got briefed on the Eaton fire. So we've been busy with those other 4 fires. You were saying what the boundaries were, but yes, that's in a heavily potentially populated area if it moves along. And you're right, our air assets, and I'm paying homage to them tonight with my hat, our air operations. The winds have died down enough where hopefully they can get up there and put some work in, and that really does some magic when it comes to those heavily populated structures.
Cap, give perspective to the audience who keep hearing there are houses burning here and we don't see any first responders. My house is gone and I didn't see any first responders, and then they came and there was no water. What are you dealing with in terms of the challenge versus available assets?
That's a great question, a great misperception. I guess I would have your audience understand when a hurricane comes down in the Gulf or Florida, our first responders down there cannot stop that hurricane, nor can they stop a tornado. And that's what's happening, except there's fire attached to it. That's the gale force winds that are coming with this fire. So we have people pre-deployed in that original footprint ready to take it on. But when the winds gust upwards of 70 to 100 miles an hour, and you've got flame lengths at 300 feet to 200 feet, you can't stop that. You have to let it burn through. And then once it burns through, it's got so much momentum, it's created its own weather. And now all of a sudden, that footprint has quadrupled in size. And it's a massive amount of space. It's a massive amount of land. So we have what we have, and then it becomes a triage situation. We look at the houses that we can save, and we start working on those. And we look at the lives that we can save. That's our #1 priority. So a lot of times these come out of nowhere, people are late to evacuate, and we're spending our resources and time making sure we're getting those lives out of danger, and then we go from there. It's brutal.
I mean,
it really is.
It is a blessing at this point, Cap, that lost lives are as low as they are. Last count I had heard was 5 or 6. I mean, it's extraordinary given what you're dealing with. One last thing for you, Cap, and I'll let you go. There are 2 options here. Either there's not enough water in your setup to deal with this type of challenge, or you were not properly given the water you needed to deal with this challenge. How do you see it?
I see it where I learned a lot about the water systems in the Palisades, which is LA City's area. We're LA County, but we're always taking care of our neighbors. So they have 3 huge tanks that they fill underneath that have 1 million gallons of water each. Those tanks are set up for residential water supply. They're not set up for urban wildland fighting that we proceeded to fight for 15 hours. So, as they started running out, DWP, everybody came in and they started adding to it. And remember, we lost our air attack after a while. And a lot of these fires, we get a lot of help from water from up above. So they're working on it. They're coming up with the best systems. That's a steep neighborhood in the Pacific Palisades, so it is even harder with the pressure getting that water up to the top as well. So lessons learned. They're going to keep working on it. There's a lot of people who are coming together to continue to work hard on this.
Captain Kelliher, we are a call away. If there's information that you want dispersed that we can help you with, God bless and stay safe. Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.